Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to explain all materials I choose to do my exam. And the first I want to explain the context of communication. Context, also known as the communal condition of an environment, refers to a process which involves the evaluation of information that we will have an effect of the probability of success regarding the communication process. It is as a result of this fact that effective communication depends on the mass of common shared knowledge between various people, or a kind of context of communication. There is a physical context, temporal context, social context, and cultural context. The first I explain is physical context. Physical context is the actual setting. This includes things like the physical location, time of the day, the noise level, the weather, and each other. Now, obviously, physical context can dramatically impact communication. And the next we have temporal context. Physical context is pretty obvious, but there's are more things that influence communication than just the setting. For example, how about expectation? The temporal context is expectation that people have based on the experience. Okay, the third we have social context. The social context, on the other hand, refers to the general environment or circumstances that the communal framework of interpersonal and individual behavior take place. Moreover, the social context refers to the temperament regarding the relationship an individual has with other people. Next, we have cultural context. In order of individual to understand what the cultural context involves with regard to how it affects communication between people, it is essential that they ask themselves the question, what is it? That is, what is culture? Culture refers to the set of values, attitudes, and views that are integrated within our core principles. Next, we have greetings and leave takings. Okay, this is all I got about greetings and leave takings. When meetings with our friends or acquaintances on the street or anywhere, it's good to just greet each other and then have a little chat before separating later. To greet someone, we usually use greetings such as hi, good morning, or how are you? And when we part, we can say see you later or something. This conversation can be called an expression of greetings and leave takings. I will add a little bit. If we are, for example, out for or going somewhere, we meet someone that who we know very well. Sure, to spontaneously greet him and saying hello and how are you. And if we want to part, and then we will say see you later and see you tomorrow, and more than each other that we can say to say goodbye to him. That's all I know about greetings and leave takings. Next chapter. Next, we have the similarities and difference of the formal and informal interpersonal speaking. The first, I explain the formal The formal communication. Formal communication is defined as the communication in which the information is reached through proper channels or routers. It is also called official communication. The main aim of this communication is the properly and making sure that the information has reached correctly. Example: detective has solved the case. Next, we have informal communication. Informal communication is defined as a communication that does not undertake formal methods to communicate. That's very different. People or subordinates do not follow the rigid rules of the organization. People converse freely without any bondage. On an organization level, informal communication is the spontaneous kind of communication in which the subordinates and the superior can talk freely. And so we have many the differences of the formal and informal communication. There is one is meaning a type of verbal communication in which the interchange of information is done through the predefined channels is known as formal communication. That is a formal communication, and the informal communication is a type of verbal communication in which the interchange of information does not follow any channels, i.e., the communication stretches in all directions. Another name, uh, formal communication, and another name is official communication, and informal in a grapevine communication. Reliability, the formal communication is much more, and informal communication is comparatively less. And speed is formal communication is slow, and informal communication is very fast. And evidence, informal communication is a no documentary evidence, and formal communication as the communication is generally written documentary evidence its presence. That's all I know, guys. Next chapter. So the last chapter we have interpersonal speaking at office, usually done at the process of doing interview. I don't know. Let's see the video. So guys, the all I got the for the last chapter is usually activities in a well-known company or office that only for job application activities or interviews. But if we look more closely, when we have been active for work at the company, there is a determination of the job of each other person, such as for example, company directors, employment division, finance department, employees, and each other. There is 10 point there's we need and avoid wanting to be interviewed or have entered the world of the work. Do research on the company you are applying for. And 2, wear neat clothes. Neat clothes. And 3, try to come early. And 4, make sure you bring that required documents. And 5, show your potential or your abilities. And 6, answer the question clearly. And the point should be avoid. There is 1, came unprepared, and 2 is cut the key for interview, and 3 is forget to bring important document, and 5 is being rude to interviewer. Okay guys, that's I know about the last chapter, and before all the chapters, thank you for watching this video and leave comment if you don't like this video, and especially big thanks to our lecturer Mr. Rudiarman Purba, and see you in the next video.